So that was the showcase, huh? I actually had to sit down and take notes. I planned to just make a video where I rambled off on the notes, but when I sat down to record, I realized I couldn't make that low effort of a video. No, not anymore. I am Mr. YouTube now, so here's a slightly less low effort video. Anyways, this was amazing. I'm still sort of reeling like I was last year when I made that Starfield video. Though I'm not sure why they kept showing us St. Louis, but let's get into what I noted. First off, yeah, they really seem to be taking a lot of the good ideas from Fallout 4 and running with them hard. For one, your new robot companion will also say your character's names like Cogsworth did in Fallout 4. Hopefully with an even larger database of names, preferably some more real names rather than half of them being Mr. or Mrs. Boobs. But of course, we need that too. The settlement system is so much better looking. Not only do you get to build nice things, but these places actually look like they belong. Of course, Fallout 4's settlements were always going to be made of scrap metal and wood and stuff, but even still, they had a less than cohesive look to them. But these new buildings that you can build actually look like buildings that are meant to exist, rather than a bunch of prefabs slapped together. But the best improvement to the system is the camera. Oh my god, it's such a good change. Now you can actually have a wide view of your base with a top-down free camera mode. So now you won't have to just keep jumping in place while trying to put an object on top of a building or something like in Fallout 4. This is going to make settlement building so much better than it was in Fallout 4. It's such a good quality of life change. They're also bringing back the weapon customization system from Fallout 4, but obviously a lot better. But they also said that it's going to have a assload of weapons already in the game, which makes me happy because one of my biggest issues with Fallout 4 is its tiny little puddle of rain of a weapon pool. There's another thing they're taking from Fallout 4 that's just making me smile, even though I will not have enough money to get it probably, is they're bringing back the idea of that real-life Pip-Boy thing from Fallout 4, but instead of getting a plastic shell of a Pip-Boy and sliding your phone in it with an app to connect to your game, no, instead it's just the watch you had in-game, but in real life. It's like a little gadget. So they're not just improving on Fallout 4's good gameplay ideas, but also on its meta-marketing gimmicks too. Another thing I want to touch on here is just how much of an RPG this feels like, man. I was so worried for the longest time about how Bethesda was just going to keep watering down their systems and roles and such till they were just making action games. But no, a while ago they said that they were making this a real RPG, and now it seems like they delivered on it. There's going to be character backgrounds, which is a first for Bethesda, really. I mean, someone has to step in and do it if BioWare is going to continue to barely exist. And these backgrounds are going to have their own skill checks for dialogue. There's also basically going to be Fallout's trait system, and Bethesda hasn't done anything like traits since Daggerfall, I think. And those were just like, you can be immune to disease if you can't wear orcish armor. But besides that, these traits just seem so fun. Like, guys, one of the traits brings him back. The adoring fan is here. He lives. It's the same voice. It's just him in space. It's perfect. And one of my favorites for just how goofy it feels is one of the traits, you just have parents, and I guess you get a place to stay and also the emotional support of having a family, but you need to send them money, like on a regular basis. And they said you could remove these traits through different means, so I assume this means you can kill your parents if you want to. Oh, and the companions just look so good. Really, none of them have caught my eye just yet, but the system seems so good. They all have their own skills that matter, their own quest lines, and of course, building off Fallout 4, you can romance them. But far, far, far more importantly is you can collect them and then keep them all in your ship, so you can have some sort of found family shit going on. Like I said, if BioWare isn't here, someone's got to do it. And man, the art style is just so good. They called it NASA punk, which is extremely lame sounding, but I really, really like the style they have going here. This is like a toned down sci-fi, which on paper sounds lame, but in execution, it means people have customized and personalized normal things like spacesuits and equipment to make them look cooler, which is exactly what I want. This could have so easily fallen into the design philosophy, I guess, of modern sci-fi, where everything is boring and bland, yet somehow overly complex, and everything has hexagon patterns on it for some reason. You know what I'm talking about. This art style is going to hopefully make everything really feel lived in, because yeah, if you're stuck with a boring spacesuit and you have to wear it all the time because you live in space, you're going to put a coat over it and tie a bandana to your arm or something. And oh my god, they showed off this space cowboy outfit for a second, and yes, yeah, it's mine. It's mine. That is going to be my outfit. I don't care. I will hunt it down. I do not care who I have to kill. I will get it. It will be mine. I will kill my parents if I have to. I will pick that trait and I will kill them, I swear to God, if it means I get the cowboy outfit. And the weapon styles seem great too. You got like these more blocky sci-fi-y contraptions, or just shotguns. Oh, and yes, swords, it seems, which is amazing because goddamn, this game is just made to let you live out the space pirate dream. Good lord. I would have been happy if it was just looting ships that I fought. But no, you can dock these ships and rob them and also steal the ships and keep them. Just saying that alone is making me excited. Some solo piracy is what I'm thinking. No, I don't want to join the giant pirate space fleet. No thank you. I work alone along with my crew of explorers / archaeologists, which I'm also a part of, but also a pirate at the same time. But speaking of, what we've seen from Constellation seems really cool. They seem to be a smaller group than what I initially thought, rather than this massive, large organization, though I could be wrong. That's just how the trailer made it seem. And the characters they showed off kind of gave me a Atlantis the Lost Empire vibe, which is a good vibe to give. We still don't seem to know that much about the main story, though it could just be that the plot is really simple at the beginning. It's just, hey, welcome to Constellation. There's some weird magic space artifacts out there from an unknown peoples from an unknown time. And right as they were about to end it, they showed off these weird powers that your character can have, which makes me think that maybe something like while you collect the artifacts, each one gives you a new ability, or maybe when you get the first artifact, you get the ability, and over time it just strengthens this ability, you know, as you collect more and more artifacts. Or maybe I was right and each one has a different one and you'll be able to swap them out as you get new artifacts. So you'd be like, oh, okay, well, let me put this one back in storage and let me put this one in my pocket, and now maybe I can set things on fire with my brain or something. I don't know. I'm just so excited. It feels like Bethesda is back. Like, they're really back. After so long, after so many fumbles and tumbles, Bethesda is just alive again, and they're making a really, really good RPG. Anyway, thanks for popping into this quick little video. You should follow my social medias where I post my art, and I'll have more real videos soon, okay? Don't worry. I've got them coming. Oh yeah, one last thing I forgot to mention is this game has hand-to-hand combat. Yep, wasn't in Skyrim until they added it with Anniversary Edition, I guess. But it is in this game. Yes, you're going to be able to kill space pirates and who knows what else with your bare hands. And I mean, that's just peak.